Welcome back to Let's Talk About It, the Candid Conversation Show, where we are celebrating Women's Month. My name is Muriel.
And my name is Ruby.
On the show, we discuss topics that are unspoken and taboo in our community. Our guest tonight is Dr. Trisha Bailey. We will be discussing her charitable foundation, medical supply and pharmacy chains, and living life of abundance.
Welcome to the show, Ms. Trisha.
Welcome, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be in front of you guys.
Thank you. You're so beautiful.
She is.
Thank you. So are both of you.
Beautiful.
Appreciate it. We know that you're busy,
Yes.
busy, and so we're just happy to have you sitting here and wanting to talk to us and share your story. We always tell the guests if they can please share a little bit about their childhood, their upbringing with us, because we feel that your childhood is the foundation to who we usually become as adults.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. I do believe that your childhood shaped you for who you are.
Yes.
In my case, I created my own yes very early. I grew up in as rural as you can imagine, the woods of Jamaica.
Okay.
In St. Elizabeth,
Okay.
where we did not have running water or indoor toilet or kitchen. So in order to get water
Yes.
to drink or bathe, we had to go travel a mile at least and carry it in buckets.
Yes.
And that was the establishment of my childhood, which embarked hard work.
Yes.
That's right.
Hard work, which has brought me to where I am today.
That's right. And we're
Yeah,
going to
hard
talk
work
about
pays
that.
off. It
Yeah,
really
it
does.
Yeah, it really does. Consistency. Determination.
Yes.
Right? A dream.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So do you have any brothers or sisters?
I do. I have a sister.
Okay.
She has a doctorate as well
Okay.
from Emory University,
Oh, wow.
and she's in Atlanta. She does her doctorate is actually in women's studies.
Oh.
So her major focus in is also women in violence and helping support women through her also through her charitable work that she does. And I have a brother who's in Germany right now in the Army.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. I was there for 4 years. Loved it. Yes, awesome.
I haven't been. I've been telling him I'm
gotta
coming
take
to
a
visit.
trip.
Maybe
but I
next
haven't.
year, right?
Yeah.
When things are a little bit
Yeah.
better, a little safer to travel.
What about children? Any kids?
Oh, yes. I'm the woman of children.
Yes.
Everyone moves in the house. So I have 5 children.
Wow.
I have a 23-year-old. She's in
5?
5.
You
yes.
look awesome.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Oh my
Thank you. She is a med student, pre-med student at UCF. And my 18-year-old is, she's a business innovation major at UF.
Okay.
Okay.
And then I have the 11-year-old and the 6-year-old. She's a little spunk.
Yes. Yes.
She's running the house.
And no, not her. She's not running the
Oh,
house.
she's
She
not.
used to. The 2-year-old runs the house.
Oh, the 2-year-old.
He is the boss of the house.
Really? So adorable.
cute.
He dictates every move that you make.
So
He's
you-
watching you.
Yeah, you've taught them well. They're doing great.
Yeah, they are. I'm proud. I'm super proud
Yes.
of all of them. They're doing so well.
Wow.
But children that's my heart.
Yeah.
And that's my charitable work. It's
Children.
mostly geared towards other single moms.
Okay, okay.
Or children.
Right.
Yeah.
So you want more?
What? Oh my God. More? No.
One more?
No.
Just make it an even 10.
Even a double basketball team. That sounds,
No more.
No more. Okay. I'm settled.
Good. Very good.
It's hard. It's hard. Yeah, I'm a parent of 3.
Yeah, so the changes, the personalities are, the
Yes.
dynamics of going through from the college ones to the
Right.
11-year-old and then the 6 and the 2. I get to experience it all.
But how do you manage that on your own?
And not on my own, because
Okay.
I have a lot of help.
okay,
I have a lot
good.
of help. So I have 2 assistants.
Okay.
Not one, two.
I have 2 nannies.
Okay.
And then the older one is really, really helpful. So
Okay.
I have a lot of support system, and then my mom is there as well.
Oh my
thank
goodness,
God
you're
for
blessed.
mommies.
Yeah,
especially
So
mommies.
blessed.
Yeah,
She's so proud of you, I
She says she
know.
worked, but she don't really work.
She's enjoying it. These are her grandchildren. She's enjoying it.
But you know what? You got it made because you got the food that she's cooking in the house.
Yeah, well, that sometimes.
She said, I had enough of that when y'all were young.
Sometimes.
She said, it's your turn.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow, that good Jamaican food.
Yeah, I have a bunch of really good Jamaican cooks in the house. So my personal assistant, she is like amazing.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, and my mom, she's good too.
So how
right,
do you
Mom?
maintain that figure then? How do you look this well?
Well, I have an amazing trainer.
Okay, good. Okay.
Then, so I was an athlete.
Okay,
so that's how I
why.
really started as an athlete. So it's kind of like in there.
That's
and
why.
then I eat really healthy and really clean as well.
Good for you. Good for you.
Come on, a mother of 5, you look good.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
you look great.
You didn't mention anything about you being an athlete. What did you do?
Oh, I ran track. So that came
Oh.
after I transitioned from Jamaica.
Okay.
I came to the U.S. at 13.
Okay, you came
And
at 13.
At 13, yeah. The
Yes.
age, that transition age was
Yes.
challenging,
Yes.
to say the least. And so when I went to high school, I wanted to get away from home. So I decided to start sports. And that's when I discovered I was actually really good at running.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good for you. Yeah.
And so I got a full scholarship on to college.
Just from track.
Just from track.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, you were good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was pretty good.
She says, yeah, I was pretty good.
Yeah, I had a full scholarship offer from almost most Division I schools in the country.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You're a
So,
high achiever.
well,
Yeah.
it's the blessing of God,
Yes.
really, truly, because I wouldn't have been able to go to college if it wasn't for the athletic skills, because my parents didn't have
afford
the
it.
Right,
resources to
right,
be able to send
right.
me on. And I was the first person to have gone to college.
Yes.
So, that's obviously a big deal
Yes,
coming
it
from
is.
another country, and you try to make it and figuring it out.
Right.
And my parents didn't know
know
how
what
to
to
figure
do.
it out.
Yeah.
So my coaches guided me through the process of figuring it out. And so I went on and I did extremely well. I did extremely well.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Where did you go to school?
I went to undergrad. I went to University of Connecticut.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got to experience that. Do you still stay in contact with some of your teachers,
I
professors?
do, actually, not teachers and professors,
Okay.
my coach.
Okay, yeah.
My coach. So I donated $500,000 last year to the track program because they were going to get rid of it.
Oh no, can't
And
happen.
No, I couldn't.
Yes,
I could not. Like
no.
I was like, ah.
No.
So my coach reached out to me, and all the fellow athletes that were there, they were like donating as much as they could to save the program. And I'm really happy to say that we did. We saved the
thank
program.
God.
So he reached out to me, and I'm the only person he says he talks to on Facebook. So he called my Daily Bailey.
Oh, there you go. I like that. I like that.
So I
need to
stay in
start
touch.
that.
I stay in touch a lot now, more so than before, with alumni as well as coaches that are there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful. You need to start something like that, though. Daily Bailey. I mean,
Well,
you have so much going on.
I started creating my own yes.
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 So that's kind of like on the.
Okay.
It's similar to the Daily Bailey because
Okay.
it's almost like a dose of how do I get to where I would like to be,
Okay.
and when things are at their very worst.
Right.
When the house is a shamble and boyfriend, husband's getting on my nerves. How
Yes.
do I tap into that so that I can accomplish
That's right.
the dream that I really want? Where's that yes?
Yes.
How do I get to that yes? So that's
I love that.
that's the ultimate goal.
That's how that, okay, I
Yeah.
like that. But from your childhood to present, you continue to break barriers. Sports, medicine, real estate, pharmaceuticals,
Wow.
the ranch.
Yeah, the ranch.
The ranch is beautiful.
More. How do you juggle
My
all
big
this?
baby.
Yeah, it's so beautiful out there. We went for you had a
It was
hosted an event.
Sandra.
Sandra.
Hall.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it is. It's gorgeous out there. I love it. It's like it literally is the name.
Serenity.
It's Serenity Paradise. And
Yes.
a tranquility when you're just walking around and the breeze and the animals that are there. But how do I maintain it?
Yeah.
I practice it. What you practice, you will become.
Yes. Yes.
So I have practiced it from childhood. I had to carry water, go farming with my dad,
Okay.
walk 10 miles to school. It became an integral part of my functionality.
Every day.
Where just working hard became easy work. Where someone else is like, oh my God, how are you doing all
Exactly.
this? It's like normal for me.
It's normal.
It's very
You're
normal.
used to the hard
And it's-
work.
Yeah.
You mentioned walking 10 miles to school. I remember our parents used to tell us those stories, and we didn't believe it. We didn't believe it. I'm so thankful that they brought us here to the United States, because we would have had to have that type of long, the walk, the pain, the carrying the buckets on their heads.
I think we could do it.
We could do it because of the way they raised us, but I'm glad that we're here in the United States and they moved here to give us a better life for us.
Right. Yeah.
Because walking 10 miles, anybody here, they wouldn't be able to do it.
See, when you don't know any different,
there you go.
It becomes, it is your life.
That's true.
And that is, so you don't know, I never had a toy or a Christmas present as a child, but no one else had toys and Christmas presents as children. So there was nothing I was missing.
Right.
But when you're here, what happened is that you see other children that are, I do a huge toy drive every year, which I absolutely love. I never hand the presents out myself because emotionally, I won't be able to handle it.
That is too much.
But the other children see other kids getting presents, so you're like, I'm supposed to be getting that too. But when you don't know that that is a normal part of functionality, you just, it's normal. This is my life, and this is what I do. So you wake up every day, you do the same thing, and it's okay, and you don't think anything of it.
So what did you think when you moved here at 13? Did you feel shocked? Did you?
Yes, absolutely. So, you know, in the islands, they make you believe that, you know, America is made of gold, okay?
Right.
And the streets are paved with gold.
Of course.
Like to come into America, right? So we land in JFK in New York, and my sister and I were like,
there's no gold.
what the heck?
I know.
These streets are dirty.
Right.
What is this? So when we came here, obviously it was, so in Jamaica, fruits is our snacks.
Yes.
And apple looks very different. So American apple is round, ours is more pear-shaped.
Okay.
So we went to my aunt's house, who's in New York, and all these nice looking apples were on the table. So we were like, can I have one? So we took it, we had it in the car going home. We took a bite, and it was so mushy and gross.
Oh, you wanted to go back?
Yeah, so now we're in Connecticut. So my parents were living in Hartford, Connecticut, which is more inner city urban than you can imagine.
Right.
So I hear people, you know, I do a lot of charitable work in Pine Hills. They're like, Pine Hills so dangerous. I'm like,
yeah, right.
you don't know nothing.
You don't know anything about dangerous.
Dangerous as for where I grew up. Pine Hill has nothing on that. And the second day after I got here, I decided I'm used to walking, so I wanted to walk to school. So my parents drove me, showed me where to go.
Yes.
And the school was like 2 miles away.
Okay.
Now there's snow, which I'm not used to.
Right.
I'm walking to school one morning, and all this stuff started flying at me. Yeah. And I'm thinking, in Jamaica, when you sweep your veranda, you just sweep the dust off. So I'm like, these people sweeping dust at me. I get to school, and then I hear one of the kids say snow, and I'm like, oh, this is snow.
This is snow.
So in the evening, I'm walking back home because I'm telling them, I know how to get there.
Right.
So I decided I'm walking home. Well, school let out at 1:15, and I'm gonna walk home.
Yes.
And I'm walking.
It's snowing.
And hours later.
Oh my gosh.
Hours. Now I'm 13. I just got it like 2 or 3 days, I think it was, since I get hours later. I end up, I'm like, okay, this doesn't look like
Where am I?
Gosh.
This is not it.
Yes.
I didn't, so this guy, I said, where is Laurel Street, which is where I grew up. He saw that, thought I said Lawrence because my accent was so thick.
Oh my goodness.
So he's like, it's very far from here. So he puts me on a bus. I have no money. Obviously, there's no cell phone back then. So he puts me on the bus, and the bus driver says, okay, it's your stop now, Laurel Street. So I'm like,
there's nothing here.
This is not, this doesn't look like where I'm supposed to go.
Oh my goodness.
So he's like, it's your stop, so I get off.
Yes.
And then at this point, it's 9 o'clock at
You
night.
have no money.
Oh no.
You're by yourself.
Yes.
Scared.
What happens?
And I saw another man, and I said, is there Laurel Street? And he actually was 1 street away.
Okay.
So and he walked me to the house.
Thank God you got lucky on that one.
You got lucky. That can't happen now.
No.
You can't do that.
That cannot happen now.
You think about it, and now thinking about it, I get like heebie-jeebies.
Yeah.
But as an innocent child, you have no idea. It's just like, okay, I'm figuring it out because where I grew up, things like what happens here don't happen there.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that's a good story. I like that. Wow.
Share some of that. We want to hear about Bailey's Pharmacy.
Oh yes, my baby. My second baby.
Your second baby.
The first baby is Bailey's Medical Equipment and Supplies.
Share Bailey's medical equipment and also pharmacy. We want to hear about it.
So I started out, actually my first company was a medical recruiting company.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
And I said, I know doctors, so I'm going to start with something that I know.
Okay.
And then after years of doing that, it was very successful. But if you don't work, there's no money. They're not working for you. So I wanted something more tangible. So I decided to start the medical equipment and supplies company.
Okay.
The first year, my office was literally twice the size of the studio.
Okay.
It was about 600 square feet.
Okay.
Right.
And when I started it, I sent Obama a letter.
Okay.
Because they implemented competitive bidding at the same time when I started, which means if you don't win the bid, you can't supply any services to any patients. And so I sent him a letter. I got a generic letter back. Answered nothing that I said in the letter. However, so I was like, they're doing the bid. Let me try it to see where I'll mess up. So next time when it comes back around, I will know what to do.
Right.
Well, I did the bid, and surprisingly, I ended up winning the bid. And as a result, I ended up expanding to Orlando and South Florida. And after that, then things just started flowing. As things started flowing, I decided, okay, well, you know what? I was actually in CBS.
Yeah.
My son, he was 3. He's my little, he tells me my future.
Yeah.
So he was 3, he's crying. Both the kids were sick. I'm standing there, I'm a single mom. I'm trying to get the medicine, the pharmacist trying to hurry up.
Right.
And he said, Mom, why don't you buy one of these? And I said, this boy always thinks
Yes.
so. Mom.
So it was his idea.
It was his idea. And a year later after that, I had no idea how to open a pharmacy or where to even begin. And a year after that, I was opening my first pharmacy.
Wow.
That doesn't make sense. Wow.
And then I continued expanding. He later told me, we're walking into, so we had moved from the smaller location to a bigger location, but it was like, I mean, there was crackheads upstairs.
Okay.
It was just, like, it was cheap.
Yes.
And I needed to keep my expenses
low.
That's right. You did what you had to do.
Right. So he said, Mom, one day I see Bailey's on a big yellow building.
Wow.
This little boy.
And I'm like, you think so highly of your poor mama. At this time, business had just started. Like, I'm working literally 20 hours a week, a day. And it's like business just started, like, picking up. And I'm like, he's just talking.
Of course.
Yeah. Well, on his birthday 4 years ago, I bought my first commercial building.
Oh my
which
goodness.
it's a huge building. It's 3 stories. It's a strip mall, and it's yellow.
Oh my gosh.
And Bailey's is on the front.
Come on.
So,
he already saw it.
Yeah.
You better listen to him.
I do. I do now.
For everything.
I do now.
Oh my goodness.
He has proven that he has insight of what's going to happen.
Yes, he does.
So
yes,
how
he
many
does.
pharmacies do you have now?
So now I have 5 pharmacies. I have 10, which, and soon to be 11 medical equipment.
Okay.
And then 10, soon to be 11 scrub stores.
Oh my gosh.
Scrubs as
You
well.
are doing
Love it.
So in Florida and Georgia.
You are doing it.
So the goal is to saturate the Southeast in the next 5 years.
You got it.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
done.
you have it.
It's already done. And here, look, this 13-year-old that came from Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of times there are people that were born right
Right here.
that just down themselves so much. Oh, I can't do that. Or I can't do that. I can't.
You got to push yourself.
Yeah.
Determination.
Well, people around them, teachers and other aunts and uncles, they will tell these children what they cannot do, and they believe them.
Yeah,
I have
unfortunately.
a very similar story when I was in high school, and I was in a paper like every week because I was good at track. And I went to my guidance counselor, and I said I want to start applying for colleges, and she said, "You're not college material."
Really?
These teachers need to
Who
do
said-
this.
Oh my gosh.
And I looked at her, and I'm like, okay. And I'm like, this lady don't know what she's talking about.
Right.
And I walked out.
Can you imagine if you would have listened to her?
Yeah. If I had listened to her, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't be where you're at
I
today.
would definitely wouldn't be where I am today. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna find out from my friend because she's doing it. So let me see what she's doing, and I'll mimic what she's doing.
Isn't
Oh my goodness.
But there's so many people like that, unfortunately, that are in the school system that they ingrain these negative things in our children,
Yes.
and they don't realize the danger, and sometimes it is intentional.
Yes, it
Sometimes
is.
it is
It really
intentional.
is.
Yes.
And sometimes they're going through their own hardship,
Right.
And because they are not able to accomplish whatever that they want to do,
project it
they
on you.
decide that, okay, well, you know what, you can't do it either because it's too difficult.
No.
I don't hear the word no.
That's right.
Literally,
Good
I
for
don't
you.
hear
That's
the word
right.
no.
And even if you hear it, you don't pay any attention to it.
So I tell my staff, and I said, even so now they joke all the time. Oh, there she goes. She created her own yes.
She created her own yes.
That's how you do
Something
it.
happened. They're like, no, you can't happen this way. I'm like, oh, we're gonna figure it out. Don't tell me that.
Yeah.
And then usually transition into what the result that I needed to be in.
Come on.
So
What did your mom say? What is your mom saying? She's so proud.
she
so
is.
proud.
She's living her best life.
Yes,
right
she
now.
is.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. She's reaping all the rewards.
she's so my mom says she works. So let me tell this story. A few weeks ago, she says, Trish, can I have 2 weeks off? I'm
Yes.
like,
Where are you going?
now where are you going? Why are you asking me? for 2
Right.
weeks off? You don't
Permission.
you don't even work. So she said, so then we was there and everyone's laughing like, why is your mom
Why is she
asking
asking?
me?
Yes.
So I'm like, you leave all the time for 2 weeks and you never ask me.
Right.
So like an hour later she says, oh, and I'm going to go to Jamaica. Do you think you could pay for the trip? Oh, that's the real
That's
question.
the reason. That's why she's asking.
That's the real question. There we go. We got to it.
She's
So right
so
now
smart.
she's in Jamaica living her best life.
Good for her.
She
Good
is.
for her.
She's blessed.
She is blessed.
She's blessed.
She's blessed. I'm blessed to have her.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm blessed to have her. My
yes,
children
yes.
are absolutely
Oh
blessed
my
to have grandma.
gosh.
Yeah, because many people do not.
We think
Yeah.
about our mother every single day. It's
Yeah.
been 11 years she passed.
Oh my
And
goodness.
we think about her every day. You are so fortunate. And anybody out there, anybody that still
Yeah.
has their parents.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, absolutely.
very-
Treasure that
very
moment.
fortunate.
Treasure them parents because,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah.
Are there times that you sit and you just think about all the accomplishments that you have done? I mean, everything that you have done. Do you think and say, is that me?
Little old
What?
me.
Little old me.
Little old me?
I do, and I'm always so grateful and thankful to
Yes,
God
yes.
for choosing me.
Yes,
because
and that's what it is.
It's not. It's part my effort because faith without substance
right.
is in vain.
That's right.
Without work is in vain.
That's
So, for me, it's like I sit back and I think about it, but I never feel like I've actually made it. You know, people
Aw.
look at me and they say, I haven't made it yet
Yes.
because I have these grand goals that
Yes,
you're reaching.
even more.
And so I have this bad habit. I don't know if it's bad, it might be a good thing. I would get something great. And then the very moment I'm thinking about the next thing that I'm going to get.
That's
Yes.
great.
That's
That's
greater
good.
than whatever it is. So for me, it's I've been chosen to be a helper of others to others.
There you go.
So I extend the help and kindness to women, mostly women.
Mhm.
Men reach out to me too for
Yes.
guidance in starting their own business.
Right.
And different. I always will take the time to do
Very
it.
good. Very good.
So yes. So I do pinch myself sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh
That's
my
real.
goodness.
Yeah.
And go ahead.
We just love it. We love to see successful women, but not just successful women, but a woman that is also from the islands, because that's us.
That's us,
Yeah.
basically.
You know what I'm saying? So we love to see that you can do it.
You can
Yeah.
do it.
You
Push
can
yourself.
do it.
Consistency.
Don't never let anybody tell you that you can't.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
We're
Absolutely.
so proud
Mm-hmm.
of you.
Thank
We
you.
are. We look up to you. We love what you're doing.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Yeah, and there's no limitations to what you can do, because in every single thing that you attempt to do, there will be an obstacle.
Yes.
Definitely.
And it is at that very moment that you need to fight to pass that obstacle, because then you have reached another stage.
Okay.
And then you'll get, when you're going to make that breakthrough again, it's going to hit you hard again. And then you got to push it,
Push through that.
jump over, jump
Yes.
under,
Yes.
go around.
Yes.
And then you get to the next stage.
Oh, I love that.
Because there's nothing that's worth having that's not, that you
Gotta
don't
fight.
have to work for.
That's right.
You have to
Work
fight
for
for it.
everything. Yes.
Yeah.
So your businesses thrived. They did pretty well during the pandemic, or did it
Yes,
suffer?
I mean, I'm in medicine, so
You never fail with medicine.
It probably went up.
it actually did. It actually did during the pandemic. We had, I mean, the scrubs part of it, because we haven't started allowing people to come inside and actually shop.
Yeah.
Okay.
We will in a few months once more people start
Of
taking the
course.
vaccine. But the business overall is doing extremely
Very
well.
good.
Yeah,
Very good.
extremely well. I'm so blessed to
Yes.
have an amazing staff.
Yes.
Amazing
What a
staff.
blessing. Not too many people could say that.
Yeah, no, not too many people can say that.
Find good people.
I have, so my first employee is my COO, Sean.
Okay.
And he is an amazing person.
Yeah.
And he's only, to me, he's a godsend, because for him to be my first employee and one of the most dynamic and hardworking person that I have ever met. So he's a direct opposite of me. So I sometimes, if I need something, I says, okay, well, they need a white man face, so I'm going to
send you out there, because then we'll get it, right?
Then it'll be fine.
We're like so much alike, but when you look at us, we're complete opposite.
Yeah, which is good. It works.
Yes,
it works, right?
It
works with
very,
business.
very well. Yes.
What do your kids think about all of your accomplishments?
Most of them are born in it, so they don't know any of the struggles. The older ones, they're like, did you know when I had to? I'm like,
listen,
stop it.
It's nothing.
Stop it right there.
Yes, you walk 10 miles to school.
But my girls are just like me.
Oh,
they're just like me.
Yes.
My 18-year-old at UF, the business major, she's like, I don't need your stuff. I'm gonna make my own.
All right.
That's
I'm like,
right.
okay,
Yeah.
I'll create my own empire. I'm like, yes, girl, go ahead.
Do it.
Yes. So
that
they
means
are,
you did a good job. That's what that means.
Yeah, they're
That's
watching you,
awesome.
and they're saying with you, you're a great role
example.
model. And that's what we need to do for our children. They shouldn't find other people to hold as, oh, that's my superhero, that's who I look at. It should be
in your home.
It should really start in your home.
Yes.
And I know there's a lot of parents, I've heard a lot of stories where children aren't brought up in a very good home, whether the parent is on drugs or, parent is not in the home. But there are parents that are good, that should encourage their children to do the best that they can be.
Keep an open, I've learned that what works for me is keep an open relationship. My kids come and talk to me about anything.
Good.
That's
and my girls will come and talk to me about boyfriend and this.
Everything.
And at that point, I give them the freedom.
So
what I do is I give them the freedom, and then when maybe they're venturing off a little bit, I reel them back in and says, okay, well, you can't be too responsible with this, so let me go ahead and
help you.
Keep track of you.
Yes.
And I did that with the oldest for a long time.
Okay.
So high school, junior high, I started junior high. I'm like, okay, I'm not checking homework every day.
Right.
You shouldn't have to.
Let me see how well you're going to do without me checking homework.
Exactly.
And then when I see that I have to come back, then I reel them back in.
Right.
And then by the time they got to high school, I didn't have to check homework at all, because
they
learned how to be able to be responsible for themselves.
That's what I do too.
And you have to be open.
Yeah, definitely open. Talk about everything. Yes.
Everything.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah,
Wow.
we like that. You have to be.
I've seen you traveling all over the place. Where are you going? Where are you going?
Most of the times I'm going to Jamaica.
She's going to Jamaica.
Yeah, so most of the times when I get on the jet, because I have a lot of business there. So I have, because I have the real estate development business, and my international division is in Jamaica. So we have. So when I go there, I jam pack my days.
Yes.
And then I go, to the beach.
Right, of course, to relax.
But so most of the times I'm going off to work.
We see you.
She said most of the time. You got it. Did you catch it?
Yeah, most of the time. We see you in that jet. We see it. Look at her.
We understand. We get
That's
it.
right. Live.
Yeah, live your life.
Hard. You work very, very hard.
Life is short.
Yeah, you have to reward yourself.
You have
you go.
to. Yeah. You have to.
And that's part of self-care.
Yes.
Yes. Good for you.
I'm all about self-care.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, that's why you look nice too.
I know, right?
You look rested. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's good. It's good, and I think this past year has given me I've taken the self-care back more so than before.
That's true. Yeah.
And now I make sure I have my weekly scheduled massage.
Good.
Yes.
My trainer comes in, and I'm eating very healthy.
Good for you.
So that I can, feel good.
Makes you feel good. Yes. Yeah. There you go. You feel good. You look good. Come on. Yeah. So when this is all over with, when it opens back up again, what is something that you really want to do?
Well, the thing that I really want to do, that I haven't done yet, is become a billionaire.
Okay, that's going to happen. That's going to happen.
It's coming.
It's coming.
To actually do. So I am, I really don't have, I'm actually in the middle of like a huge expansion right now.
Okay.
So
for
I'm
the
not,
business or home?
the business.
Okay.
The business. My house has been expanded so many
times.
The next expansion is to move to another one, right?
No, this is my dream house.
Okay.
Actually, right now at the house, I'm actually building a park. My girls call it the International Park. So it's in the process of being built right now.
That's
so,
nice.
Wow.
So I don't wait on nothing.
You just do it.
I like that.
Anything, I don't wait.
You make it happen.
Yeah.
Good.
I find a way. There's always a way to do it.
There is always a way.
And then if I wait for a year, I'm going to be a year older. That means I'm going to have 1 year less before I get my retirement. So I don't wait.
Just do it now.
Now is the time. Yeah. And I've always been like that.
Just living in the
I've
moment.
always been like that.
Yeah.
Is your sister like that too?
No, my sister said you're rich, so I don't have to really work and make any money. I just use yours.
Exactly.
What do you feel? So I'm sorry. You want? What do you feel pushes you to go so hard?
I have this internal. I was telling my trainer that I have this internal motivation in me that's always been there. I do best on my own. When I am solo, like when I was in college, I trained by myself instead of with a team because I excel best when I'm by myself. So I've just always, I think it's just been there. God's just blessed me with that inside motivation that I challenge myself. I'm super competitive. Most people won't know because I'm not going to tell you, but inside I'm like,
me too.
Something I have to win.
Yes, I have to win.
What sign are you?
Leo.
Okay. You're a winner. You definitely are a winner, though, with everything that you're doing, everything you've accomplished, and you still give back.
Yes.
All these charities, all these foundations, everything that you've done.
Yeah,
you continue over what, 100 maybe more than that. You just keep giving.
Yeah. So I believe that when God has chosen you to be the pinnacle of success, your responsibility is to care for others. And my first transaction in my medical equipment company, the very first transaction was a donation of $500. I forgot who I did it for, but I wanted that to be the foundation of the company. As it grows and it does well, that I'm able to bring people along so that they can become as successful and surpass whatever it is that I've done. So
you're amazing.
Yes.
So that's the reason why I do as much charitable work. And then, having amazing people like Sandra Fatme.
Yes, definitely.
Who is amazing.
Yes, she is.
And just I wanted to have the scholarship program, but I don't have the time to run the program. So she has such a dynamic program. And I've donated I have my charitable donation resumes is
Yes,
like
exactly. That's what I said. Hundreds.
It's a lot.
Hundreds, maybe thousands.
So having someone like her who is accountable, I know where the money is going.
There you go.
It's easy for me to write $100,000 check to her program. And it's easy for me to say, okay, we've fed over 100,000 people since the pandemic has begun, because she is always meticulous, and she treats my money like how she would treat her own.
That's right.
And because of that, it's helped me to be, okay, here you go. She says, all right, I need this, and as long as
trust,
the accountant works, we're good.
Good team. Y'all are a good team.
Yes. I think so too.
Yeah.
I love her.
Yeah, you swear y'all were family, to be honest. You would swear you were family.
Yeah.
Well, she's probably become family. You're family now.
Yeah. She's like sister from another mother.
It's rare to find that. What a blessing.
It's very rare to find that. Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah.
What would you tell somebody who wants to be an entrepreneur? Do you have any tips for them?
Yes. Discipline. If you're working somewhere, you need to make sure that that income, it is going to be your investment in yourself. So if you're making $1,000, at least $200 of that money needs to be saved somewhere that you're invested in yourself. You have to give everything you got at that job. Because if you're not the best employee there, and then you leave to start your own company, you won't be the best employee there either.
Right.
That's a good analogy.
You have to practice what you want to become.
There you go.
So if you want to be in a supervisor position, you have to start doing supervisor responsibilities. If you want to be a business owner, you have to think about the accountant. You got to think about, okay, there's a wire there. Let me pick it up.
Exactly.
You have to stay late. You have to come in early.
Yes.
Because now you're practicing becoming an entrepreneur.
That's right.
And you're practicing the discipline it takes.
Yes.
So don't look at it as like, oh, I'm giving them all this time and then they're not really paying me. You're paying yourself
That's
there you
because
go.
you're working towards that ultimate goal.
Yes,
Absolutely.
I love that.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
true. And it's the truth.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good advice. Yeah.
Let's talk about the ranch. We didn't talk too much
We
about the
didn't.
ranch.
We love the
We want
ranch.
to know about
The-
more about the ranch.
Yes.
Tell the viewers more about the ranch.
So the ranch is 48 acres.
My goodness.
Beautiful, beautiful place. We have the equestrian farm that's there. Right now we have 26 or 7 horses.
Okay.
They're mid-level to Olympic level jumping horses. So
Wow.
we board the horses there. So if you own a horse and you want to board it and have lessons, they bring them there. It's like luxury as its finest, really.
Okay. Wow.
We also have the 10,000 square foot Airbnb mansion that's there.
I know. Right?
Excuse me.
we also do events also in the mansion as well. So
Okay.
we do all types of events, baby showers,
Nice. Okay.
Baby shower.
woman empowerment
Empowerment.
events, spa events.
Okay.
We also we have chickens and goats. Yes, they remind me of home.
Home. That's what I was going to say.
They remind me of home, and it's so we've done the drive-through movies. It's there. We do
nice.
outdoor weddings and
love
indoor
it.
weddings.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
So and then we have the 10,000 square foot, actually 21,000 square foot arena, covered arena.
I didn't
That's
know
also
all that
for
was
events.
there.
The arena is where the event was at.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it's. Okay.
That's what
Okay.
it's-
Okay.
the
Good.
covered arena.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Yes.
Wow.
So it when it lights up at night, it's gorgeous.
beautiful.
It is. It
Gorgeous,
is.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
so that's
amazing.
Serenity Ranch is a little secret tucked away
It's
in
beautiful.
Orlando.
It's beautiful. When
Yeah.
you see those gates,
Yes.
it's just the entrance. It's just magical.
It's just beautiful.
Yeah, I love going there. My cousin's like, why did you move over here? I'm like, why? My house is.
I love my house.
I prefer my house.
Yes.
That's your dream house, like
Yes,
you said.
it is.
What made you decide to purchase the ranch or have a ranch?
It was actually a bankruptcy sale, and a realtor that was working with Sandra, she had reached out to me to tell me about it, and we went, and it was an amazing price. So I was
Yeah.
like, you can't find anything like that in Orlando. It is unique,
Right.
because of the acreage that's there and the things that comes with the property. Now I had to put a ton
Of
of money
course.
to renovate it,
Yes.
because it was
beautiful.
sitting for years and
Years.
years. I think it was 5 or 6 years
Wow.
unused.
Okay.
So that's how, and then I was also in the process of my real estate development, so it kind of just fell in line
worked out.
perfectly.
We didn't even
Perfect.
talk about real estate development. She just does everything.
My goodness.
Black girl magic.
Yes.
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 Yeah, I have a bunch of projects actually. I have a building downtown that's going up soon.
Okay.
It's actually, the footers I've learned a lot about construction recently. The footers
to
have been
learn.
laid. I've recently purchased a building in Atlanta and then one in Miami, one in Okeechobee.
So what are you going to put in there, though?
Medical.
Medical.
equipment.
Okay,
Everything's
medical,
medical,
medical.
Muriel. Money,
Medical,
money.
medical,
That's where the
medical.
money's at. Healthcare.
Medical, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So what I do is the whole process of my thinking is medical equipment starts first.
Okay.
When it starts paying for itself,
Okay.
then I open a pharmacy so that it can pay for the pharmacy.
Okay.
And then I add scrubs in there because the providers are the ones who were first.
That's right.
So once that has established, now I move on to the next location. And when that location can pay for itself, then I move on to the next and then to the next.
Wow.
I buy the real estate, the buildings, so that it rents back to my company.
I get it.
There you go.
And so it's kind of,
Gosh.
one hand washes the other.
What a business.
You
owner.
are amazing.
Yes.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Hats
You
off
really
to you.
are.
You're doing a great job. Keep it up.
Thank you.
What I
Wow.
like the most is that, and you look just like us. You know what I'm saying? You look like us. You know, I love that. I love to see this.
Yes, I do too. I love seeing Black women excel.
Yes.
It just gives me a different level of joy.
Mm-hmm.
I love
Yeah.
that.
Yep,
If
keep
we can
pushing.
just work together,
That's
too,
the thing.
you know?
Collaboration.
If
Yeah.
more of us would work together,
Yes,
we could
I
really
think
change the world.
it tends to be, it's difficult
Yeah.
Yes.
because what happened, unfortunately, in the Black
Community.
community
Unfortunately.
is when you have gotten to a certain pinnacle of success, you don't want to put your hand and grab them and say, come on,
We just
let me help you.
Yes.
Let me help you and guide you instead of trying to stomp you
Exactly.
Yes. Yes.
And then oftentimes is when you're at pinnacle of success, you are segmented into what is considered the white world.
Mm-hmm.
So you may be the only one or one of two, and you don't are often, I think sometimes they're afraid that if more black excellence come along, that is either overshadow their excellence, or they will be booted out.
There you go.
And unfortunately, that's the mentality that's there. And because of that, I think that's why you don't find that more support. And people are so, for some strange reason, want to hold on to information. It is there to give.
Come on, give it.
If someone asks me for business advice,
you would give
there
it.
You go.
Yeah, I mean, there's no
Matter of
secret.
fact, when it's more of us,
yes,
it's less work for me to do.
Yes.
And look at everything that you have. There are people that don't even have, not even a quarter of that, and they're still making it seem like they are just, you know, you don't do that to people.
Yeah.
Just reach out and help the person, help the other person.
Yeah.
And then, you know, the whole living with the Joneses mentality is
It's
still
it's so bad.
It's still a very prominent part of our culture. And it's let's floss, but then there's nothing in the bank account.
Nothing at all.
You have nothing.
Nothing.
But you want to buy that Fendi purse or that car that you know you can't afford or that house. Stop it.
Stop it.
Stop it.
Stop it. Like, the dream car shouldn't come before the dream house.
There you go.
Even if you have a house, your dream car shouldn't come before the dream house.
Absolutely.
When you're in the dream house, the dream car comes.
Yes.
And so that's how I've always lived.
Yes.
But, you know, being Caribbean, we think a little different.
Yes, we definitely do.
We
I
do.
see that for sure.
We do.
Yeah.
I just like the fact that you accepted our invitation to come on our show.
Well, I'm happy I did. I'm glad to be here.
We are happy. We're so excited to have you. There's sometimes we'll ask someone and they feel like they're too much. They're too much to come and sit here with us at our studio. You know what I'm saying? I'm serious. So I appreciate with everything that you have
going,
everything that you have going on. You took time out to come sit here. There's some people that have not responded to us yet. We've reached out to quite a few. You know, we always reach out to people that we feel like are doing things in the community. And you have surpassed those people, and those people still have not responded. So we appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Appreciate you for taking your time out of your busy day to come sit here with us.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I mean, it was an honor, the fact that you would ask for me to be here. You know, I think sometimes people aren't always the best management of their time. That's something I happen to have mastered. I multitask like probably no other.
Yes.
You make it work.
Yeah, I make it work. So it eliminates things that are taking up busy time. Like I don't talk on the phone a lot because when you do, that takes up a significant amount of time. So I tell my mentees, they says, hey, can I have I do a one-on-one on phone first, but any other question, it has to be in text or message.
Yes.
That way I could just respond.
Maximize your time.
I have a magic thumbs in texting.
So like a gamer.
You're like these kids.
So instead of a 5 seconds response, I'm not having spent 20 minutes on the phone. So
exactly.
That's part of my time management.
Yes.
Wow.
It works.
It works. It works. It really works. And I try to tell people that who are phone people that this is just, you know, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to give you or everybody else the time that you know they deserve.
Right.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
If you would tell the viewers how they can contact you.
You can contact me through Creating My Own Yes, either on Instagram or Facebook. Pretty much that's it.
Yeah.
Message
Creating
me, follow
My Own
me.
Yes.
Creating My Own Yes.
Yes.
Perfect.
We love it.
So we know you want to be a billionaire. We already know that.
It's going to happen.
But in 5 to 10 years, where do you see yourself?
A billionaire. No.
A billionaire.
Yeah. Same answer.
So in 7 years, I plan to go public with the company.
Okay.
So that's the reason why I did the 5-year goal to saturate at least all of the Southeast with the Bailey's Medical Equipment and Supplies, Bailey's Pharmacy, and Bailey's Scrubs, as well as Bailey's Real Estate.
Okay.
So after going public in 7 years, if I have not made to that goal, where Jay-Z and Oprah is,
you'll get there. You'll get there.
Should get there.
Yes.
Right after.
Yes.
You'll get there.
It's coming.
Yes.
Keep speaking it.
That's right.
Yeah, speaking from my lips to God's ears.
That's right. There you
It's
go.
already a done deal.
We want to thank you once again for being here, and we hope that this is not the last time.
Yes, it won't be the last time.
No.
I'll be back.
Awesome.
I have
All right.
something great for you guys next time.
Okay, awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Okay. We hope that you enjoyed the show. We want you to tune in next Tuesday at 6 p.m. for another Candid Conversation. In closing, there's a quote that says, "What we do for ourselves dies with us. What we do for others and the world is and remains immortal." Dr. Bailey strives to donate not just money, but her heart and soul to those who are in need. She is an entrepreneur mogul that knows to lead people, you must walk beside them. We are real sisters, sharing real stories within our community. Thank you for tuning in to Let's Talk About It, the Candid Conversation Show with Muriel and Ruby.
Let's go. Let's go.
Come on, let's have a candid conversation.